In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, I extend my greetings and respect to all dear friends. Today, I have a very interesting question from the Mathematics Olympiad for you. The problem we want to examine together is this. We are told that if two numbers named x and y are added together, they equal 18 and their product is 80. Please find these x and y for me. This is an equation with two equations and two unknowns. That is, x plus y equals 18 is one equation, and x times y equals 80 is another equation. We have two equations and two unknowns, and we want to solve this. The first step for such types of problems is that we need to transform our equation here, where x plus y equals 18. I can write y as 18 minus x. I moved x to the other side, and it became negative. Why did I do this? Because in the second equation, where I have the product, I will substitute 18 minus x for y. So I will use this technique. Therefore, the product x times y will now be written as x, meaning I will write 18 minus x instead of y. Now, how much is the product x times y? It equals. Now, I will simplify this form of the equation. So I will simplify this value and the equation. This x times 18 and again times negative x, and it simplifies to 18x minus x squared, which equals 80. So my equation resembles a quadratic equation. I will simplify this form again. I will move everything to one side, so I bring this negative x squared to the right side. It becomes positive x squared minus 18x plus 80. Well, a quadratic equation is quite simple. We can solve this quadratic equation in various ways. One of the methods is the delta method, completing the square, and a very simple and straightforward method called factoring. I want to solve it by factoring. In factoring, we need to express this expression as a product of two expressions in such a form. Well, I will put x in the parentheses. Now I need to find two numbers whose product is 80 and their sum is 18. My best choice is the numbers 8 and 10. For example, the number 42 also has a product of 80, but their sum is not 18. Therefore, I choose the numbers 8 and 10. I choose this number 8 and this number 10. Well, the coefficient of x indicates the sign of the larger number because next to the number 18, which is the coefficient of x, it is negative. I will place a negative sign next to the number 10, and the product is the sign of the coefficient of x in the multiplication of those two numbers, that is 80, gives a smaller number. It becomes negative and positive. So here I put a negative 2. Well, I simplified this form. It's very easy. Now I can solve the equation. Well, if the multiplication of two expressions becomes 0, either the first is 0 or so I say that x minus 8 equals 0 or x minus 10 equals 0. Well, I need to clarify my position with these and solve it. From my first expression, I immediately conclude that x equals 8. Well, if x is 8, I can immediately find the value of y. The value of y in the above expression was written as y equals with 18 minus x. So I write this exact value down here next to the expression x equals 8. I say that y also equals 18 minus x. So it becomes 18 minus x. How much was it? 8. And this expression becomes 10. So what did I get? For the form x minus 8 equals 0, x became 8, and y became 10. This is one set of answers, meaning this. Expression. And this expression is my first set of answers. So I write my first set of answers here. My first answer was x equals 8 and y equals 10. This is from the first form. Now we go for the second form. The second form is this expression. In the expression x minus 10 equals 0. I conclude from here that x equals 10. Well, again, I can calculate y. To find y, if we remember, we said 18 minus x, so I subtract 18 minus 10, and this expression becomes 8. So I have another set of answers here, which tells me that x equals 10 and y equals 8. This is also the second set of answers. This is the second answer, and this expression is also the first. Well, I solved this equation. One expression, one answer for me became x10, y8, which I underline with a black box. Once x became 8 and y became 10. I solved these two equations, and there is a series of answers. I hope you enjoyed this educational video. Leave your comments and questions for me in the comments. I read them all and respond. And if you have any questions, leave them for me and I will answer them one by one with the result. I hope wherever you are successful and prosperous. God bless you.